Finally, another episode of upcoming mods for Skyrim Special Edition. You guys have been requesting this series a ton, and basically I've been wanting to make it. There just really hasn't been a ton of content to make it. Well, fortunately now we actually do have a lot of content. This is going to be one of the biggest episodes in this series so far. There are a ton of massive mods and a lot of great work in progress pictures coming from some of the different mod authors. If you've never seen the series before, basically what this is all about is I'm going to show you guys some of the work in progress pictures, videos, or assets that mod authors do share with us along their kind of journey of making and creating some of the different mods you will see. It's important to remember that mod authors do work at different paces. Some of these you may not see for weeks, other ones not for a few months, and even some of the bigger projects might be years from release. With all that being said, if you guys do enjoy the series, I really encourage you to consider subscribing. I just failed my calc final, so I'm gonna have to do YouTube full time now, so leave a like to help support me on my new venture. But with all that being said, let's just jump right into it. So the first mod I do want to show you guys is going to be Skyblivion. So basically they did release a new teaser trailer kind of teasing some of the different cities and landscapes added into the new mod. If you guys have never heard of Skyblivion, this is going to be one of the biggest undertakings of Skyrim Special Edition modding. They aim to more or less just port the whole game of Oblivion or really recreate it on the Skyrim engine. So that being all the quests, all the weapons, all the NPCs, all the armors. In this update they actually do again show a lot of the different cities and landscapes, and you gotta admit it does look really good. I'm only showing you a snippet of this video, so if you do want to see the full thing, I highly recommend you do, and it's going to be linked in the description down below. Regardless, one thing I actually do really like is they definitely maintain the feel and look of Oblivion. Although yes, everything does look much nicer, it seems like they might have an EMB of some sorts on, and all around it just looks much nicer in the Skyrim engine. It definitely still has the same feel as the older game did have, which I definitely really like to see. That's definitely going to boost the nostalgia factor for a lot of people that did grow up and really get into the Elder Scrolls through Oblivion. They do say in the description of this video that they are really making good progress on this mod, and 2017 is going to be a big year. The list of things they have to do is getting shorter and shorter. They also did say they want to make a totally custom HUD similar to the old game to really go along with this mod, which I think actually sounds like a very cool addition. All around, this is a massive mod. They're always looking for help, so again, reach out to them if you are interested in contributing your time, or if you maybe have a certain set of skills that could be of use. All around, this mod looks very cool, and each trailer just gets me more and more excited for it. So up next we do have a cabin player home, or really just a camp-like player home. I don't think this has an official name yet. Regardless, basically what the idea behind this is the mod author did want to create a kind of small private space out in the wild of Skyrim, kind of giving you the feel that you built it yourself. And all around I actually really like the way this mod is turning out. Some people really like having those massive castles and these really cool player homes to go in and store all your stuff. Personally, I'm not a big fan of those. I like player homes that are more efficient and to the point, and honestly this one's awesome because you don't even have to go to a load screen to get to it. It is just out there in the wild. I'm sure you'll be able to fast travel it, which yes, that will have a load screen, but regardless, you can walk to this if you did feel the need to. On top of that, it seems like it has a lot of cool little features and really is using its space efficiently. As you can see, as you pull on some of those different chains, you could bring things up to the second story, unlock that kind of hidden roof area as well, which is very cool. And again, it does really seem like it's taking advantage of the roof as well as the kind of attic that does exist, as well as the main floor, really giving you all the different options you do want to have, whether it be crafting or storage and all that. Obviously, it's not complete, so a lot of those little features are still to be added, but all around, I really like the look of this player home. It's definitely one of the mods that are right up my alley for player homes, so I'm really excited to see it work closer to release. So next up we have the Nightingale Prime Rises. So this is a very high quality armor mod being developed by Zero Frost. He's released quite a few different armors in the past, all of them being again very high quality. I really like the look of this armor. It does have a very dark and kind of assassin feel to it, which is right up my alley. I do love armors like that, and I think a lot of other people do as well. One thing I actually do really like about this armor that makes it stand out from some other kind of assassin armors is there is use of different details, and I think in a very intelligent way. Some different assassin armors, or rather attempts at assassin armors, I think take the simplification aspect and kind of make it too prominent. They include too few details, and then you kind of just feel like you're wearing a black shirt and pants, which I don't really like. This one definitely has a lot of details to it. When you look at the armor, it feels unique, it feels special, and especially when you have that mask on, I think you look pretty badass. But on top of that, there again are a lot of rivets and a very cool design on the armor. I'm definitely going to be very excited for this one. I could see this armor being extremely popular among the Skyrim community. It fits so many different roles, whether it be a thief or an assassin or a vampire. Maybe you want to be some kind of masked warrior or something like that. All around, again, the armor looks very cool, very high quality coming from Zero Frost, and I'm excited to see its release. Okay, so this is definitely going to be the mod I'm most excited for going forward. Cantiligo is an attempt to make a very large and immersive city in Skyrim. So the mod author basically said he was really unhappy with how some of the vanilla cities in Skyrim worked. They weren't immersive, they weren't large enough, and all around they just felt kind of dull and really just a kind of ping pong point. You go there, do some stuff, and then move on to whatever you're doing next, whether it be a quest or something like that. So we just say this is going to be 5 times the size of Whiterun. The city itself is meant to be based around Renaissance Florence, so it's supposed to be using a lot of the different buildings and vanilla assets from Skyrim, but be very packed. There's going to be a lot of people here, and you're going to feel like all the buildings are very on top of each other. He does also specifically say he wants to port this over to consoles, so big shout out to console users. Well, even beyond that, there is going to be, again, a lot of different NPCs here. He says he hopes there are at least 100 different NPCs, not just 30 people like there are in Whiterun. So what are you going to do with all these NPCs? Well, he does plan to implement a main quest as well as a bunch of different side quests. There's going to be a bunch of families located in the city, each having their own kind of conflicts and story behind them, and more or less you're going to have to choose to join one of them or kind of help one of them out, as well as there's going to be 3 different guilds that you can join. So for example, one of the families runs the brothels and gambling houses, another one is the head of the bank, and then a third one is control of some of the different shipping assets. There are a few others that I'm not going to go over. Then there are the 3 guilds. So that's going to be the lawyers guilds, which obviously solves crimes, a church, and a mercenary company. So all those are also going to have side quests. So for example, for the lawyers guild, you're going to go have to solve different crimes again. The mercenary company, you'll probably have to go kill something, maybe have some different bounties you can solve. All around, it seems like this is going to be a very large and expansive mod. This is getting me very excited for this. This sounds absolutely awesome. I love mods that kind of add in a lot to do. I want to be immersed in the mod, and this definitely seems like it's going to do that. You're going to go to the city, meet these families, interact with these people, and spend a lot of time there. This is by far the most excited I've been for a mod for Skyrim in a long time, so I'm very excited to see where this guy goes with this. On top of that, I think even just based off the images, the city looks awesome. And all that coupled with the fact that he does also want to support console users makes me really like this guy. So a huge shout out to Rue and his new mod. I'm definitely going to be supporting him on the journey, so definitely going to see more updates on this as the series does go on. So last but certainly not least, we have the Breton Knight Evolution. So the Breton Knight is actually a mod for Skyrim. It was developed by Newermind, as well as the Breton Knight Evolution is also developed by Newermind. Well, rather than just porting his mod over, he did want to redo it, considering it is a new game. He wanted to upgrade the quality of some of his assets. So I'm actually going to be using a mix of pictures. Some of them are the finished version of the Breton Knight, and then obviously the ones that look much more work in progress. The 2 of them are going to be the Breton Knight Evolution. Aesthetically, it should be very similar, again, just being a higher quality version of the old mod. All around, it does look very cool. It does have a lot of cool details. It kind of has almost a royal or priestly feel. I think a lot of people are going to like this, similar to why I thought other people would like the other mod I did go over. It has a very assassin and warrior feel to it, which I really do like, and I think a lot of people do also. That's gonna pretty much wrap it up for this episode of upcoming mods though. If you guys did watch to this point in the video, let me know by commenting Knight in the comments down below. As always, I thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you're having a better finals week than me, but with all that being said, I hope to see you all next time. Later.